A big surprise and a near kiss left us hanging at the end of season 1. Now Bash and Mags and the medical team is back for season 2 of Transplant, and somebody new is in the ER that might shake things up a little bit.
I ran field hospitals in Gaza, Libya, and Yemen for Doctors Without Borders, but I never made it to Syria. I know what you're thinking. Privileged Westerner gets to indulge his adrenaline addiction, and yeah, you wouldn't be wrong, but
they do important work. Sir, back in trauma, if I was short with you, it's only because
you took a risk, save a kid's life. And you didn't realize you were talking to your new boss. And now, you don't know where you stand after breaking protocol. Well, I would say somewhere between the choice you made and the outcome. So, let's see how the kid does.
Wow. I mean, I'm all sucked in right just from that one scene. Joining us are the stars of Transplant, Hazma Hawk, who plays Bash Ahmed, and Lawrence LaBeouf, who plays Mags LeBlanc. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Let's get right into it. Your characters had a moment at the end of season 1. Are we going to see where that goes as season 2 gets underway?
It's gonna be like a very slow evolution of, things are happening at the end of season 1 where some of Bash's past comes back into his life. And I think that's going to create a bit of awkwardness between the two. And it's going to take them quite a bit of time before they understand how to communicate and to adjust and to find, I don't know, for them to discover each other, see where it goes, I guess.
Yeah, there was a shock there at the end of season 1. Somebody came back into his life he thought was dead. How will we see that impact him?
Well, like you said, there is this moment of intimacy between Mags and then somebody that he believed to have died. She reappears, and that kind of throws all of this into confusion because Bash is so desperate to feel like he's at home, and this person is a representation of everything that he's lost. So what it means for him to have her back, what it means for his life, what it means for his sister, it's a connection to the life that he thought he lost versus the life that he's been working towards ever since he found himself in Canada. So there's this push and pull towards him, in him that we see throughout the entirety of the season.
So I was administered an IV in the last 30 seconds to help my brain, so it's Laurence. So let me ask you, does playing a doctor have a different kind of pressure as, an actor, because you want to make sure you're getting it right?
Yeah, about the medical dialect. I mean, that's a big challenge every season for us to, not only say it right, but to coordinate it with our movements and with what we're doing and to look like we know what we're doing and we're assured in it and we're we're self-assured in it. So, I mean, that's a challenge, but we're really well surrounded and we get to have these boot camps on the weekends when we have really big medical scenes to do coming up. And so we get to ask our questions and to really, get our ballet, our dance, together and to know who does what and where and how. And that really, really helps. And, but I think every season is going to be a challenge to get those lines out really fast.
And we should point out, Hazma, that this, we really haven't detailed what the idea of transplant. You are transplanted from Syria to, I believe, Canada, right? Doesn't this take place in Canada?
Yes, it does.
So how does that sensibility, being a Canadian show first, transplanted to NBC? How do you transplant the show's ideology?
Well, since Go, we've tried to make a story that is universal and human above anything else. The fact that it takes place in Canada is just is just one of the facts, and the only thing that separates it from, you know, anywhere else in the world or someplace like the States is that you know, you'll never hear any of our patients worry about how to pay for their medical expenses because we're set up for that kind of thing. But other than that, all the human aspects, all the medical aspects, all the really, you know, gritty things that we hope that audience will be tuning in for we feel have been appealing to a wide audience, and to see it received so well in several parts of the world, including the States. You know, that's kind of what you hope for with a transplant, is you do your best, and you hope it takes.
Okay, and we're going to leave it right there because we're out of time. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. Season 2 premiere of Transplant is this Sunday at 10 right here on A Local 4.